Yeah, and he had to do so many things in that split second. Run away from that meaty 14 shots, and then quickly flip into down mode, and going back to attack all around. After going for those pickups, now they spot out the members of Global Esports Essex right across. Leo getting tagged up. Exelusive run out, bullets on the AUG. Gotta quickly get some recovery where the grenades are falling right through. Won't be able to get those peak angles going for them for now. Global Esports Essex in close proximity though, where they're slowly closing it against the rest of AAA.
Oh, here we go. So Xavier with the AUG. It does look like the AUG in this current meta is the most popular weapon. So we'll expect to see a lot of these players actually holding an AUG. Here we have another one. And Yuri with the nade, looking to toss onto the second floor, but no one's there. A little bit too late. Will he toss a little bit earlier, then he might be able to get one.
Theo does get the knock, the right hit shot onto J-Die, but AAA members, they are up and ready for the pickup. Whereas, look at the crossfire inside. Global Esports Essex really have to clear off some of all these sectors for them to be able to quickly actually get those shots in. Leo getting tagged!
Ooh, close.
And he's been able to get out of that section very quickly by just kneeling down. Meanwhile, more battles coming up ahead, and Unicorn Venom, first team to be knocked out by eArena.
Wow, the team that qualified directly into the grand finals. They played the last chance qualifiers, apologies. The team that qualified from the last chance qualifiers got eliminated, and we'll be looking for more eliminations soon, as look at the elimination phase going insane.
Yeah, it's running well, and all of a sudden there's only 44 players alive, and there's going to be more names to be taken off the list as well, where this battle has not concluded between both GEX as well as AAA, whereas Myth, they're playing from the outskirts and will have members being caught out. Delwyn still survives though! Grenades flying left, right, and center. He will be able to toss one towards Jacob, but he will be knocked out instead. The Expendables, only with 3 members left. Meanwhile, MITH, they have to rely on Jacob as well as Exquisite. They do get some damage as well as tags onto Duck, but slowly and steadily, TE, they do get themselves different angles to work with. Exquisite, now being spotted out, 14 HP left.
Oh, that was a close call there. Managed to find cover to reset himself, but Jacob wants to finish up the job. But oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It was Tanbu counter-firing upon him.
My goodness. Attack all around. They got an inkling of an idea on how to really approach the situation, whereas pressure is on members of Arkangel Predator. The blue zone's closing right in. Whereas, attack all around, Exelusive, he really has to find a way to crack this one open. And he will find it, but the nade cooked up will eliminate the rest of attack all around. Such a difficult scenario for the rest of the teams that are still alive. Eventually, this circle brings them into open terrains where they will have to leave these shelters all across. And finally, he picks up another member of eArena, KM99. He's going to be down, but we focus on this fight. Genius Esports now invades the territories, challenging the rest of NGE, and they're slowly giving a little bit more of that spacing away. New Generation Esports, they're just holding on the angles, hoping to get something in return.
Well, finally, we see action again from CERBERUS Esports. They are getting a couple of kills for themselves onto TE especially. And now T5 trading it back with TE. So looks like it's a 3-way war somewhere else, and Chloe's might secure this kill.
Oh, with the MK12 just gunning them down. Arkangel Predator will lose 2 in return. Sizzy hoping to actually get those pickups, and instead, Glories has gotten majority of these points back in the hands of Genius Esports, whereas Rossington will take the final blow against eArena, and they will be out at 9th. And the rest of T5, they're out in the open. Glories hoping to nail one more in the back, and I don't think he's got options to the rest of the team. Left with those vehicles, and he will have to stand for himself, and now already on his knees.
Oh yeah, it's going to be Sir T getting it. But as long as he goes to GG, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So right now, Neil T. Having a good angle though. There's another team being blocked out, and another knocked out by Neil T. Wow. And he managed to get inside the compound just in time.
And just look at how rapidly he just gets those shots all throughout, getting that first peak advantage. And now Genius Esports just utilizing this high ground advantage against the rest of them. They're just getting so much in return.
Okay, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you don't miss us as we don't miss this action. And here we are. Neil-T still in the same position as before, still holding on teams at the lower ground.
Yeah, and over on the south western plains, there's just so many teams battling out in close proximities, whereas the rest of Cerberus Esports are still alive after being pinned in that small little shelter for the longest of time, whereas Solalzi knows there's too much action on top of the building and they won't be able to eventually sniff a couple of points if they could find anyone cutting across these corners. At the same time, Arkangel Predator looks like they're in a really decent position for the time being. Cerberus Esports are the only team right now inside of the circle.
Yeah, not only that, they also have a little bit of elevation for them to work with. But now we're back onto NGE. Neil-T still holding teams down, but right now the circle doesn't favor them, so they have to end this fight. And while teams really try to charge in onto NGE, man, this is gonna be a tough fight because you got 3 teams in the same area.
Indeed. And Zez, he's just trying to poke and prod. He's popping a couple of stun grenades, and the zone is already closing in. Hakai, he gets a little bit more damage done, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Clores is the next one to fall. Now T, he's doing so much all alone, and he's gonna wipe the entirety of these members of GE. What on earth is going on?
Well, what on earth is going on for Neil-T, if you ask me? I think he's having the game of his life, despite him only getting 1 kill so far. But look at the angles that he holds. This is like, wow, next level gameplay. But, oh man, that just happened. I mean, he was all alone anyway, so it's hard for him to check every other corner. But he tried his best. But anyway, it was good holding by him.
Yeah, overall, we see them being able to do so much of damage upon the rest of the members of GE. And now, flurry of grenades now popped by Purple Mood towards T5, and that's where Fluky actually lands on top, and the rest of T5 blown out of the game. At least the top 5 scenario with a lot of kill points to be accrued by the end of the run. Purple Mood, the final team to join us from the last chance qualifier, is now in the top 4, and they do have all 3 of the members healthy and alive, whereas another grand grenade comes out of Purple Moon. Fluky does it to knock out the rest of QConfirm.
Okay, and Cerberus Esports, they still have the circle advantage. And now they just need to stop other teams from moving. Okay, let's see, seems to have a little bit of advantage with the elevation that they have, and the knockdown beautifully done. Purple Moon Esports, they're falling apart, but now Haisaki's the last man.
And Purple Moon, they're all clumped in that same corner. Haisaki's got to push all together now. Cerberus Esports, the battle against all these other teams since Picado has been worth it. And now, running right in for the final hurdle and damage being done. Bubbles is still holding on. Haisaki, 47 health left, and they have done it. The first chicken dinner here in the PUBG Asia Super Cup.
On that floor, but the opponent's skirt is holding a shotgun. Jimcut as well holding a shotgun, so at this kind of range, a shotgun is really, really deadly.
That's right, they're already tossing in those grenades and now pushing upwards.
There you go.
Jimcut, the first one to fall, as the S6 shotgun will do the trick. It's an S1 indeed, actually, and that will definitely hold them back for now. Icon next one to fall as well, but they get the exchanges done. Now advantage over on attack all around, but they are zoning them off with the Molotov.
Okay, but they also zoned themselves off, so they cannot go up to the second floor just yet, hoping for this thing to land, but... Oh, wait, what?
Attack all around! They've done it! Victory over Picado! And they did not lose out any of the members. A lot more time to assess those situations. Whereas...
Oh, wait, what?
Victor moving right in, and Fab ever ready to pick that one up. KE down.
Happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's a point there for NGE. NGE will be glad they got that. But now Fab is in trouble. He's been shot at, but from where? From the left side. I wonder who's shooting at him.
These areas of play, and majority of these teams that we're looking at here, they're struggling to make ends meet. Daytrade from downtown snipes across to take out Neil-T. And we last saw back in the past round of Miramar, Neil-T was the last man standing for the team. Expendables passing by as well. not going to be moving into the Daytrade sector. But we'll be in the middle of the open. Let's see if Belmont can actually nail one down out of the buggy. It doesn't seem so. But it did seem like Convo run into a rock. And a little bit of damage is now being done. And Duck Heels, they choose to camp out on the hut. And this is where Delvin will be knocked out. Look at the names popping out. And they are just eagling down each of these players. Up Chen, he gets the trade. And 2 members now knocked out of GEX. Loses his helmet and just pops in the grenade for safe measures. And now, just doing it all alone, whereas the rest of UV is going to be slowly moving in as well. There's only one corner that needs to be checked, and Savior down and out. Cole, GX 15th spot. And Unicorn Venom is now moving about. This is the only player that's going to be looking for that rotation. He's trying to cut off Yuta, and Yuta barely survives as she drives past the kills. Into T5 they go.
Oh, okay, here we go. One call as well onto GE. GE now kind of stuck in between a couple of teams. GE still on the outside of the circle, and GE, 4 of them eliminated. GE, are they still alive? We see a lot of knockdowns, and no, GE is out.
And they were just being trampled over by not only one team, 3 teams were eyeing out for them. And now, Daytrade Gaming, the moment that they move off, now they are stuck to fend off for themselves against the rest of TE as well. And Daytrade, just like that, has been wiped off from Planet Miramar. 5 kill points. Now tying it up with tackle around. Unicorn Venom is about to chase those numbers, but Smell eventually gets knocked out. And now it's really down to NBK to secure all of them, but Unicorn Venom eventually will be knocked out.
You pointed out an interesting fact. One call is lucky 7 for now, 777 on the charts. But that number could change as they must take this fight. And they're going up against TE with Tanvu getting a knockdown to Chibirin. But they still have the numbers against the Expendables. Now with a high guy advantage as well. Duck Hughes trying to find a good angle. Duck Hughes moves on to the right. Can't seem to find a good vision onto his opponent.
And he's drawing a little bit of attention coming in from another angle as well. Only 26, 1 HP! Knocked out by MITH. Rogue goes wild from downtown. And the Expendables now left with only 1 member.
Okay, here we go as T5 will want to move in as well onto one call from the northern side onto the right side of the minimap. They'll win with a clear shot, but he's not taking it just yet. Okay, he wants to get that headshot in, but no!
Spotted out.
Spotted out by another team.
Oh my goodness, 24 HP. He's got so little utilities to work with to defend for himself, whereas MITH, they're taking every single battle that they can inside the circle and suppresses that from moving anywhere. NGE, they can't get out of this. They have to take this fight. Patompong from T5, they find Chimoy in return, and that's 1 member out from the side of ONC. Spots out the feed, and X grows it! He lands it! 1 more member down from the side of NGE. Make it 2, but Made in Thailand now in trouble.
Whereas for the northern side, we have EA now going up against QConfirm. QConfirm in the circle, but we have T5 coming from behind.
Yeah, this is going to be so difficult for them. They only got 3 members to work with, and now they need to take the highest tread, which will be T5 on top of the hill. MITH eventually knocks out the rest of NGE.
It will push them to take the fight. Hatsawa, ooh, nice high ground. If it moves towards the right, you can see all of them.
Yeah, perhaps this could be that choke point that they're looking for. Sizzy, he does land 1, but exchanges goes through. Sizzy will get the knock onto QConfirm instead. 3-way battle, and Sizzy, he gets more, but Tassawat, he's just gonna find a way to pin them as well. Now, let's see if he actually scores another. Larry's now being knocked out instead. Patompong just giving a little bit more of the firepower to suppress eArena, and Sizzy's got to dance his way out there.
Oh man, I'm feeling dizzy looking at him dancing. So right now he's been knocked down. I mean, he was in an open area, so it's a little bit hard for him to get away. Ooh, nice one. Nate did not connect, but the counter fire coming in from Arkangel Predator will eliminate the entire E36.
And just look at how sharp these guys are. Arkangel Predator on close quarters have been able to annihilate them with 1 swift blow, 1 call. Finally bows out after so many fights that they were taking on. And inside 13 health, Blue Zone setting right in. He does not have much to work with, and eventually he will go in for a last stand. And this time, a 6th placement for eArena. A lot better from what we've seen back in match 1.
Yep, QConfirm wins the fight overall though, so now they're heading to the circle. At the same time, somewhat naded down by Rogue from MITH.
And perhaps find a safe place to go home. But they're dropping into a trap! And that's where Delwyn punishes Jacob. Expendables eventually bow out. Rogue was swift on that approach.
Oh, nicely done there again. MITH. They're not stopping just yet. They already got like, what, 11 kills? They can still rank up more. Arkangel Predator, 3 men left. QConfirm, 2 men left. So let's see who will come up with who can bring a surprise in this chicken dinner pursuit.
MITH with the biggest advantage that they've had, 4 members still alive. If there's editing, Arkangel Predator will have to work with QC, but they've got problems of their own. 4 HP left for the side of Pet, and he's the only one left standing, and Evil Patrick gets spotted out. Rogue with the SLR. He's gonna fight him in return. 18 health left. Thankfully, he does get himself recharged in the nick of time. And MITH, made in Thailand, opting to go in for the exchange against Algin. And that's going to be a little bit of window, and Algin Bots now goes in for the double peek onto both of these members. And now the rest of MITH closes in against Arkangel.
Oh, finally, Pedred has been eliminated by Nan, and the points given to Arkangel Predator. Now it's up to MITH to probably wrap things up because they have not only the circle, they have the man, and then knocked down to Nan. Only 1 left. Can they finish up the job? And the answer is yes, they will. Winner chicken dinner goes to Made in Thailand. Yeah, fun fact as well, this map is actually based off Korea. So, okay, coming back to the fight, a little bit of a trade between these 2 teams, waiting for the rest of PE to come in to pick up their teammate while trying to win the fight.
Dropping a couple of grenades, Zapaloy doesn't really get those angles. 777 pushing through. He's hoping to deal damage, and the grenades are flying right in. 777 tries to look around the corner, and as they fly right in, Zapaloy is just being swarmed right across. Expendables gets another one in return.
Wow, okay. It looks like TE, they're winning this fight so far. So far, so good for them, but Tanvu, ooh, that was a good evade for him. 777 finish off Pedret, and now QConfirm, down to only 2 players. Now 777 leading the charge for the Expendables, waiting for the right moment to rush in, but look who's waiting on the other side. Hakai, he's probably looking over this fight, maybe third-party info to his teammates.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for him. Delwyn now being the next one to be knocked out. Instead, QConfirm, 2 members left as TE. Expendables slowly overwhelms them with sure numbers. Next one to fall is going to be Old Pons, and now pushing right through. Tanvu still gets one back! And Leon's Q, he can only hold on for so long. QConfirm crashes out so early. Party? Well, it's not a party yet. It's just a calm before the storm, but here comes ONC driving by. And he does get the knock. Trick is already down, but he has to deal with more.
Wow, looks like he's been tricked by Fab, coming over onto New Generation Esports, and New Generation Esports securing 2 kills back to back.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it is going to be very risky. You got to think twice before you do that. Meanwhile, CERBERUS Esports is not going to be thinking twice as they swarm right through. Taekwondo 10 HP left, but the damage is done towards Purple Mood Esports. Fluky with that double nade. And both sides seeing damage done altogether.
Wow, but they're not done yet though. So look at it. The rest of Purple Moon Esports coming in. At the same time, UV and EA want some of this.
And Masaki clutches it! He's only got 3 HP! And he wipes off Purple Moon out of tail.
Wow, only 3 HP, but he got to reset quickly now. The rest of them are coming in. And CERBERUS Esports eliminated as well. CERBERUS Esports, after that win, it was a quick victory, but then again, the quick victory was stopped by eArena, who came in just at the right timing.
Members of Daytrade, they're all over the place this time around. And should I say, there's only 2 members left. Now having to deal with a few of them. Flying vehicle out of the way, and that's just a distraction for Deva to be able to deal some damage alongside with K. And now, only 1 more standing in the way for Daytrade. They will be safe and sound for now until they get themselves into another fight. Starlord now bows outside of the zone. And slowly and steadily, Deva gets some pickoffs there. Nan out of the outskirts, couldn't really find ways to squeeze right through, but Patrick here to fend them off, pushing upwards. 1 versus 2 though, they got to need some help for the rest of Arkangel Predator, and Alec might just be able to spot them out, and he's just going to be gunning out for Sylvia.
Ooh, this fight's not over yet. Evil Patrick gets another one from the side, eliminating the entire squad. E36 goes down, taken out by Arkangel Predator.
eArena's here.
Next opponent has arrived, has entered the arena. It's eArena themselves.
They will have a little bit of elevation, whereas teams are struggling across the river, on the bridge. Attack all around, couldn't make the cut, and there's only so little that they can work with.
Ooh, even Thailand managed to knee down FIVE, and now looking over at Leo, just putting AAA at bay, just by the bridge. Now AAA, we need to fight against the Expendables. 777, 4-1, tries to take him down, but doesn't have a clear shot.
They're just playing by the edge of the cliff here, and meanwhile, this is just an urban standoff that we're going to be witnessing later on. Whereas MITH, they're taking it out of the field.
Yeah, Made in Thailand has arrived just behind TE, so it's going to be a battle between the two teams. Right now, shots fired out by 777, by Rogue. Knocked out by Delwyn with duck kills as well, taking out Exquisite.
So quickly! And what's the response? Duckman's a little too far off to actually get much being done. Delwyn squeezing from the lower angles.
Wow, I mean, TE, they are just built differently at this point. Taking the fight against not only MITH, but also taking down Zest from another angle.
I was hoping to see the battle between Duck Hughes as well as Duckmans, but they will try to call it all off as they've already lost 2, and now the chase is on. The rest of TE hunting out for MITH, and they still have to deal with the circle later on. So, with that being said, they have to wrap this fight real quickly. Duckmans as well as Jacob, they're pinned against the blue zone, and there's so little health left on Duckmans. They got another compound of their own as UV continuously get numbers after numbers, and MITH will try to trade back.
There you go, there you go. NBK peeked out, secures that kill. MITH eliminated at number 10.
But this is a great opportunity for Attack All Around to set that ambush as they're slowly approaching right in. Damage still being done. Delwyn tries to trade right back, but it will be knocked out again.
Ojeda, 11 health. That was a close one for him. But now the circle, the zone is going to close in onto them. They need to pop the smoke. They need to get in, but they're being stopped at their tracks.
So close.
No way for him to get across.
And now with them being blinded off, the Expendables is hoping for random grenades to hit the rest of Attack All Around. Only Jedi survives for now. Exclusia unfortunately has to give his life away. And more of these nades are slowly dealing pressure against the rest of the Expendables. They're hugging across the corner, now being blinded off as well. Just suppressing Jedi all around, and Attack All Around eventually bows out.
They had no space to move at some point. Now speaking of space to move, between the two teams, GX looks like they have company in the same area, but TE naded down by Zest.
My goodness. Global Esports Xsset just dealing so much with that grenade. And Hakai, he spots out the rest of GEX. We see the retreat coming through. Xavier tries to get the revives off against Leo. Many of all these pressure that's hailing from Arkangel, and here we go.
Okay, Unicorn Venom against Arkangel Predator. Somehow goes down. NBK now, the last man still standing. Jump shot, beautiful, but backup arrives just in time, and that's going to be Nan saving the day.
And I really do hope that they do have a few smokes to be able to set right through the junction, where there are a couple of walls that they can defend themselves with, but other than that, there's no building for them to hide behind, and that's where Evil Patrick just basically put the pedal to the metal and moves forward. But that also leaves Nan as well out in a little bit of a predicament. eArena now is in the middle of the cotton cloud smokes, and all these zone grenades are being tossed out as well. This is going to be absolutely difficult, but Arkangel Predator is up for that challenge.
Oh, but the rest of them will need to pick up the challenge because all of them be knocked down. Now Xavier, okay, he'll secure this point. There's going to be another one in the bag for Global Esports Xsset. One out there. And right now we can see that Yuri waiting for the right moment. They need to move as well. GEX, it's not like they're safe in the circle.
Oh, he's got the tubes after ready as well. Firing grenades after grenades. This is gonna slowly clear them off from the buildings. And Arkangel Predator sees this as a little bit of a chance to cut right through. They only have one member remaining. Meanwhile, Leo being blinded off. Thankfully, he's not being picked off just yet. Not too sure if he's gonna be able to get out with much in return, but the zone and inside is just hugging by the corner wall, thankfully not being burned out by the Molotov.
Oh, that was a super close one there for inside, so he's A-OK for now. Algin was the last man for Arkangel Predator, is still on the other side of the road. So without any more space, it's either he chooses to deny himself or he forces his way across and probably might give his point to another team.
Yeah, and just seeing how Yuri is just zoning off both eArena as well as Arkangel Predator, they eventually have to make a move, and Yuri gets punished. Quick hit shot coming in from KM99, and eArena might just be able to just close in on the rest of GEX. With them pushing right through, it's only Leo left standing in the way, but now EA currently stuck inside a building.
Oh yeah, right now EA stuck in the building without the circle, so this is going to be hard for them. But they are still waiting for Leo to show himself, so I don't know. What will Leo do? Does he want to consider to deny himself?
Well, I guess like he's just going to hold on to his angle because even his fallen allies are giving all the intel that they need. Xavier just hearing all these footsteps as well as moving. Now he's being taken out, and now GEX still has two to work with at the very least. Yuri now picked off.
Yeah, immediately goes down again, leaving Leo all alone. KM99 tries to land the shots onto Leo. Leo kicks out. Leo wins the fight!
And he gets it! MG3 to back in those 2 points as they are now in the top 4. Meanwhile, GE as well as T5 with the most members remaining. Arkangel Predator will finish on 4th position with Glorious closing out the final member of Arkangel Predator.
Well, there's the time for T5 to pick up the lost points from before. Right now they have GE who's trying to get into the circle, and Xsset, where is he going to go? I mean, he needs to get across as well, but so much open space between him and Patapong.
Yeah, and for Theerathon FIVE, they've already got clear ideas of where Generation Esports members are. As you see them struggling to make ends meet, Clory's already being knocked out. Yuta slowly getting revived, but it's hard to actually reach out. GEX, as good as it gets, 3rd place finish, their best position so far here in the Grand Finals.
It's amazing how long GEX held out, especially the fact that T5 knows exactly where they are and they don't have much space to move. Clory is taken out by Rosita, and now it's going to be GE, last 3 versus 4 from T5.
Great blinding coming in from this, all these flashes that these teams are utilizing, but GE, they're needing to find ways to work this one out, and they create clouds of smoke to push right through towards T5, and what T5 does is to drop more and more grenades. Sir T is going to be pretty far away to join in the fight, but if he can find a flank angle, this could turn the fight around towards their favor, and slowly but surely, T5 just wipes them out one after another. Zest outside of zone, hoping to deny these points away. The final member remaining, and finally, T5 will be able to get a chicken dinner of their own.
Or do they want to remain and fight? Now the fact that the circle is in Pachinki, or Pachinki is part of the circle, I think this is going to take a while.
Yeah, it will take just a little while, but the damage has been done. Jedi, with those grenades, will be able to land it perfectly onto Duck Hughes. As much as members of AAA seem like they were not getting the best out of weapons, they made the best decisions possible with the utilities. But whatever damage done, it won't be valuable, especially now with a member carrying that AUG. They can basically unload a lot more. But eArena, though, slowly losing out members here by the port of Ferry Pier. Lyrics only got the PP Bison to work with, and he spots out Upchen, but I'm not sure if they can get out of this.
Oh yeah, this is hard. This is hard because right now GEX, I guess they're pretty confident with the couple of knockdowns, especially after the reset. But Leo is just buying time for his other teammates to come, and he will be they want to try and hold the fort. Leo tries to secure that kill, and he gets it against KM99. He will be able to pick up his teammate now.
But there is going to be a slight push up ahead as well. And eArena just absolutely getting suppressed. KM99 has got no business doing there. Insight really has to hold it for himself right now. But exchanges go true. Insight still lands it. An AK to the head of Upchen.
Okay, Leo waiting for the right moment. He knows that someone's just right below him. Not sure if Insight knows that Leo is right in front. Okay, Insight knows right now. Leo launches the shot. It hits the ground. But now we're going to see a 1v1 fight.
He's trying to hold off the angles, but he's not looking in the right direction. Insight, he's doing it at all. 6 HP left. So he lost that helmet. But now they have turned it against the rest of GEX.
Well, well, well. Look how the tides have turned. EA now only left with 2 players left. The rest of GEX, we have Xavier here trying to be the one to save his other teammates. And now with the Vector in hand, try to find a good angle, but not able to. Yuri is in the house, but Yuri immediately gunned down.
My goodness, Larynx is just so quick. And now, Insight, they will pick this all together with Larynx, but Xavier, now with the Vector, can still prove to be deadly in close quarters. Damage being done towards Larynx, 20 HP left, and they've done it! GEX shut down of the match. Mount Gatka. I prefer Mount Gatka.
I've never heard Mount Jogoku though.
Some people told me, hey, it is the hill at South George. Whatever it is, man.
Oh.
And finally, Zaydai finds that elimination by dropping that grenade onto 777 after knocking him down. But it's understandably why. Finally, now with them getting that early access into Mount Gatka, this might prove to be something. But if they're pushing upwards and immediately goes directly onto the crosshairs of Van, of NGE, Exquisite, one of the top fraggers throughout the course of day 1, eliminated very early on.
So, whatever it is, they still need to get out of this city. I wonder who would win this fight at the end of the day, because it's still a 50-50 thing. But Hanwoo, just as I mentioned it, Skirt immediately gets taken out.
And now Exclusive as well. The Expendables once again winning out the trades. Attack all around. They went blindly into the building separately. And just like that, being punished. And that is the final blow. Duck kills with the double. Well, I guess like all these form of pressure that they've got themselves into, dropping directly in the center, have not really yielded as much as they wanted. But UB though, they've punished the rest of CES, moving into the circle, and that only leaves both Tycon as well as another member of CES to be stranded. Instead, it was Fluky as well as Nan, working from 2 different teams in order to get those damage done. Genius Esports.
Okay.
This is as close as it gets.
This is as close as it gets. If this name could land into the opening
does.
on the right, but Yuda loses the gunfight.
And another nade drops right in. Chibrit is being knocked out. 3 members still standing in the way. GE, as much as damage is being let right through, this is them also needing to pick up Yuda, and this is go time for Jexy.
Oh, Jexy, if he waits any further, okay, a little bit too late there. Now Jexy needs to win the fight. Jexy just right now, Jexy gets another. Jexy gets 2! Beautiful by Jexy, but the zone arrived at the wrong timing.
And there's only 1 member left on each side. Zess, can he do it though? They find the Expendables out of the map, but the fight continues up top of the hill. Tricks have a little bit more health to work with, but he's outside of the zone. He's marching out of him. Jacob's waiting for him as well. Genius Esports trying their best to survive, and it's 1 call that gets eliminated first from this point onwards.
Oh, now MITH need to go up against QConfirm. QConfirm just right
Grenades.
below them. Nades tossed out by Rogue. Will he be able to land those shots? He does, but not able to take anyone down just yet. E36 is going to come in from behind.
Oh, this is going to be pretty bad, but I'm not too sure if this is going to be a good idea or not coming from E36, as they're hoping to choke off the rest of Mate in Thailand. QConfirm holding them off from another angle as well. This might just be overwhelming by Rogue, and there's more shots fired up ahead. This is going to come in from Duckmans and MITH to get to Rogue. Still going on an onslaught, but will be taken down.
Oh, Jacob now, high ground. Can Jacob secure that knockdown to Deva?
That's it.
Jacob very, very close. Oh my goodness, Jacob needs to reset.
And Jacob, he's already got 4 in the bag.
Okay, yeah, Arkangel Predator, let's see how they're going to overcome the lower ground, but lower ground, no problem for Arkangel Predator as all pawns goes down to Evil Patrick. Jim Boss trying to find the right angle. Ajibos is right in front of him. He has that angle, and here we go. Arkangel Predator dominating this area, but one more left.
Just look at how well LJN Boss take this fight. He just pushes forward on the perfect timing, clearing all these movements all across. Arkangel Predator now 3-point streak and will secure more. He's being blinded off. LJN 3 HP left. And with 1 HP, Nan goes down. Now only Evil Patrick as well as Alec left.
Oh, here we go. Evil Patrick needs to move further forward. The zone will put pressure onto them. QConfirm Leon's picking up his teammate. Duckman's on the other side, tries to find a good angle to secure those kills, but not able to do so. Because Arkangel Predator, they still have the high ground advantage, but they don't have the circle. The zone has arrived.
And they just really have to claw their way out of this by hook or by crook. And Duckmans arrive to the scene, bringing out the numbers to 5. Still looking for Evil Patrick as well. Duckmans, can he survive? No time for a pickup perhaps. And he's just going to bring his allies on board. Jacob, as much as he have contributed so much for MITH, finally he will be able to put it by the rim of the circle. And now this will be updated. And T5, lo and behold, still survives to tell the tale. And Unicorn Venom, they've been waiting steadily for these other players to be moving in. Meanwhile, Purple Moon have not really drawn too much of attention, though they have got 4 in the back. Smell have been able to sniff him out and will be able to take one down. Taiwan needs to run right in, but the further they go, the more danger there is, as it's all coming in from Unicorn Venom.
Okay, they're not done yet though. Now the nade coming from Smell. Can those nades land? We can see multiple nades launch onto the opponent. Tanawa will be naded out by NBK. Unicorn Venom got the first knockdown, but they need more. They want more out of Purple Moon Esports.
They're on! Whoa! Just like that, Chill will wipe them off from Arangel. Mid-range that they're going to be committing into these battles. 1 grenade, send over onto the vehicle. Not going to catch onto T5, but Daytrade will keep sending nades after nades, and that will catch onto Patompa.
Oh, here we go. Belmont's not done yet. Tosses out another nade, hoping to secure that kill. Tosses a Molly as well. This is the time where they start to use all their utilities. Daytrade Gaming, before starting this game, they were at number 16, and now doing so far so good as they take out Patapong as well.
Huge nade coming from Puchus, and that definitely has altered the state of how T5 plays this one out. Only 1 member sustaining here in the top 3 scenario, and Daytrade Gaming, they still have all the members alive, but Unicorn Venom is about to change that scenario.
Okay, here we go. Unicorn Venom can come as a third party because all the fights are focused on the left side of the map. Now Unicorn Venom, but before the Tana Dog gets a knockdown, can he get the second one? He gets the knockdown to Puchus. Rosita will be taken out by Puchus. And now Tana Dog, the last man, but no miracle story for him.
And now that depletes 1 member out of Daytrade, and Norris now getting tagged from Unicorn Venom. And this might just be the first chicken dinner for UV. Perhaps MBK being knocked out, but they still have Sapao here trying to find ways to land bullets onto Flash, but he's way too fast, too dangerous as well. Members of Daytrade all disperse into different angles, and UV might find it a little bit difficult to catch them.
Yeah, this could be the moment here for Unicorn Venom, unless Daytrade Gaming can pull off something insane. And right now, we can see that Unicorn Venom trying to find a good angle there, trying to shoot through the vehicle, but not able to land it.
Daytrade does have to circle as well. Their playing time, 30 seconds on the clock. Though UV is going to be closing in, there is so little room if they do not have smokes to at least leverage on for now. Norins now repositions and tries to find a way to pick on Sapao in tandem.
Okay, with that knockdown, Daytrade Gaming pretty much left with 2 players. Make that 1. Now it's going to be 4v1. We can say that UV, they can wrap things up, and with that last shot, looks like a little bit of a counter fire. Nuri is not going to go down without a fight.
And they're still pushing forward. Smell is moving in with a vehicle, and Smell gets knocked out. 2 versus 1. Entirely double. Norris now getting tagged out by NBK. As much as he was revived, here comes the flashes tossed right on top of Norins. He's not leaving anything to chance. And Norins, defenseless, hiding behind a tree, tags on fired up. Though he finds another knock, it will still be in the hands of Unicorn Venom.
Yeah, so that's the thing that kind of trade, right? But speaking about trading, MITH looks like Rogue is down, but not sure if Exquisite can actually trade it back. Backups coming in on the way for Purple Mood Esports, and we can see that Barbo is opening up the flanks on the right. They want to secure this kill and probably get more out of this fight.
Yeah, Purple Mood is just having Fluky to be having a little bit more of a drive-by. He spots out one member off, and Rogue will be pinned off. Borbolts will be able to drop that nade right through the front, but Exquisite is getting a little bit more of that pressure. And Tanawat, look at that huge wraparound. And Purple Mood, they have ideas on how to take this one forward. Exquisite just couldn't really seek out Thunders.
Oh, that is Purple Mood Esports. They are definitely in the mood now to get more kills. Try those long-range shots onto the vehicle, but Darkmans is down. Oh, Darkmans. He went down his vehicle, up on his feet, tries to counter fire the Thunders. Thunders goes down now. Looks like they want more, but it's going to be 2v2.
And Jacob lands directly in front of two members of Purple Moon, and they turn it all around. Jacob knocks him down, and this is where main talent came so close, but Purple Moon with their final member, Fluky, closes it out against the brethren from MITH.
Well, it just shows that no one is safe, right? Despite you getting a chicken dinner, doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way. But now one call is going all the way to secure this kill, going into the compound. Looks like Tycon makes get one to Chibirik, and Chibirik get another one, and Chibirik goes down. Tycon is the one to take him out, but Tycon be counterfired upon by Shimoy, and Shimoy will be the one to finish off Tycon.
And that's happening all across the fields of Gatka.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these teams, maybe they want the center of Gatka. That's why we see a lot of fights happening. QConfirm as well has NGE up on top of this hill. So it looks like something they need to deal with. At the same time, E36 is on the other side, so they're kind of surrounded with at least two other teams.
Got to make very firm decisions. Meanwhile, as much as QC has only got one member, he's fine Star-Lord, and Enter Force is the one that is taken out instead into the late stage of the game, where majority of the teams now being around this field of Gatka, where it's just an absolute shooting range. But other than that, of course, there is going to be a bird's eye view for Theerathon FIVE and Rossitet. Trying to nail them down from afar, and that's where CERBERUS Esports gets this huge gate crash party landed right in by Purple Moon. I think like they're already checking up ahead, getting these flashes prepared. Clarice propels forward, but only has 14 health to work with right now. Yuta gets tagged up, so the advances coming from Clarice will not yield any returns. And that's just two members being shut out very swiftly so by eArena.
There you go. Larix will be happy to get those kills for eArena. So it's going to be 2 kills for eArena, leaving Sir all alone for Genius Esports. But now he has GX to deal with, and 1v4. It's, well, we all know the result.
Both teams looking for a spot into the circle here about a quarters of phase 4. Jaxi trying to hold them out. Sapao goes 1-1, and damage being done, and Jaxi nails him to the ground.
There you go, Sapao taken out by Jaxi from the lower ground, and disadvantage for one call to get into the circle. Look at the rest of the members of one call. They take advantage, and right now they're in front of UV.
Still he gets a little bit of vision, but shots being fired sharp from Shimoy, and he's already playing out on his own. And UV, as much as they got that chicken dinner, they're falling like flies. Jaxi hunting it out, but Jaxi gets knocked.
Oh, that was a close one there. Jaxi almost got it, but we got Chimoy still coming in from behind. Chimoy, can he arrive in time? And it's going to be the nade coming in from a Trick to take down MBK, and that is it for UV.
Daytrade Gaming having Flash to rely on. He's got the AUG in the hand. Meanwhile, exchanges coming in from KM as well as Van that will annihilate members from NGE. Now, Jaxi reveals himself, but the damage is still being done. Flash takes him out.
Jaxi missed, and Flash took advantage of that. And Jaxi will be eliminated by Flash. There's going to be another point for Daytrade Gaming. Daytrade Gaming now has Belmoth overlooking Purple Mood Esports, who's in the shack. If only he can pull off a nade that can reach into the shack, that will be one nade to rule the entire Purple Mood Esports.
Rossitet hoping to land one more blow upon eArena as the rest of these members are driving right by. He's got a primal grenade as the rest of eArena have chose to stop right into the middle of nowhere. And Rossitet does connect the nade onto KM99.
KM99 knocked down, and now Then Kuturov looking for more. Double knockdown, and that eliminates the entire one call. Still aware of his surroundings, and AAA, they are in the circle, but on the other side, we have T5 going up against another opponent from TE.
Ted having some little help to work with. Those random grenades are really chunking out his health bars, whereas T5, they're stuck in this corner, and the Expendables unleashing wrath upon them. And Daytrade, they got those members of eArena down at 7, whereas the Expendables hoping to actually seek the rest of T5 out. Ted still goes in for an exchange, finds Delwyn in return.
Okay, here we go. The fight's happening here. The Expendables going up against T5. Ted coming out of his shack. Just right by the smoke. Stop his vision. If only he knew earlier.
And he couldn't really seek it right through. Tasawat is just going to be camping right inside. Now it's going to be a 1 versus 1 between these two. Duck Hughes, he's got so little to work with, and now the pushes are out. Duck Hughes, he's got to find a way to end this streak. 6 HP left, and he's still dancing on his feet. Hassan over to AUG. He does not really find a blow just yet, and now in the middle of the open, he will eventually challenge, and the Expendables are out.
Oh, that was a close one there for Hatsawat. He missed the first shot. Luckily, the second shot did connect. And now Purple Moon Esports sieged down by Daytrade Gaming. Daytrade Gaming getting closer and closer. But right now we can see that Belmont, he doesn't have a nade. If only he has that one nade.
And right now, resources are low. 1 first aid kit and 8 bandages is all that Belmont has in the tank. Whereas Fluky, he's got a lot of resources. If anyone pushes through, look at that tree Molotov that he could basically throw out. So this could actually be a bait. But Belmont, he found a nade on the ground. This could be devastating. Purple Moon's got to get out, but that nade did not get right into the window.
Yeah, it bounced off, unfortunately. But fortunately for Purple Moon Esports, of course, Daytrade Gaming now Puchiwis is now being shot at from multiple angles. Belmont will be naded back down by Thunders. Looks like it's a nade for nade.
And this is just a stronghold for Purple Moon. As much as Fluky is just baiting them out, they got shot out, and Fluky lands it all through that split-second window.
But Hasawat from the outside of the circle, he sees TEX. Shots fired out by Hasawat with the SLR, but he chooses to move and prioritizing the circle instead.
So much spacing coming in from T5, and they just blow them all out, Rossited! And it's got 1 cooking up. T5, they just knew how to get into the final zone by hook or by crook, and now I guess it's just a little bit of a standstill, mostly now down in the hands of Savior. Unleashes a bullet onto Excaluzia. That draws a little bit more of a signal warning, but that's all that they can get. And speaking of which, Hatsawat, he finds Excaluzia instead. So GX, they gotta find a way to quickly snatch that one, and Xavier does the trick.
Oh, there you go. AAA falling apart now. The long range coming in from Xavier. Beautiful. Up chin now, they're starting to move in as well. GX, they're on the other side. T5, they don't want to butt in just yet because they know they don't have the numbers advantage. They are having the least numbers of manpower for now, but Rosidet wants to take the preemptive strike, tosses out the utility on the other side. Can he secure anything? But Rosidet counterfired by Skirt.
And it's only down to Hasawat as well. T5, they don't really have much time to rescue Rositet for now. GEX, they see this as a grand opportunity for them to secure the chicken dinner, especially now with the pressure of the zone closing against attack all around. There is a flash available, and it seems like it's being tossed towards the side of T5. No more grenades though, so they will have to manually push this one ahead, and I believe that might just be Nate that they're looking out for. Rositet did get that pick up, but he's still under threat.
Yeah, looks like a GX having good control of the situation at this moment. But let's see what might happen as Rositet goes down. And here we have it, T5 down to last man.
And they're calling up ahead, and Xavier finds him! And he also gets the angle, he gets double! Is it gonna be it? And yes, it will! Global Esports Xsset closes off the final chicken dinner in Arkangel.
Well, the page 2 team getting up onto page 1 after this chicken dinner. And again, it's a different team getting a chicken dinner.